Have you ever been left wondering, how do you write a thesis statement for an argumentative essay? In this lesson, you will learn to draft a thesis statement for your argumentative essay by combining your claim and supporting reasons. Let's review the steps for writing an essay. We first started off with choosing a topic. Now we're going to need to start finding supporting evidence. A common mistake that writers make is that they write a paper that lacks focus. For example, you might have a writer who's writing about school lunches. They need to come up with supporting reasons. The first supporting reason they came up with was not enough food. The second supporting reason, doesn't taste good. And finally, too much homework. Let's examine these a little further. Do they all relate back to the topic? Not enough food seems to have to do with school lunches. Doesn't taste good, once again. And finally, too much homework doesn't really seem to fit unless they plan on eating a lot and getting too full and not having enough left over for their dog. But other than that, it doesn't seem to be on topic with school lunches. This is something you must be very careful of. Let's talk about the steps for writing a thesis statement. You want to start off with stating your position, or otherwise known as claim, and the reasons for your belief in one full sentence. The second step you want to take is edit by asking, does my thesis statement tell the reader exactly what my paper is going to be about? Now, I want to think back to the free write I did in the first lesson, and I want to examine this a little bit further, see if I can determine my major claim. Well, I worry about school lunches because the food does not taste good. When I go to lunch, there are not many options, and we tend to get the same thing every day. The food doesn't seem very healthy since they serve us pizza and hot dogs most days. I wonder if they even consider health when planning the menu. Because I don't like the lunches most days, I don't eat very much, and it's harder to concentrate in my afternoon classes with a growling stomach. So, what is my major claim? Well, I talk about school lunches here and ways that they need to be improved. So, my major claim is school lunches need to be improved. Do others feel this way? Is a question I need to ask. And the reason I need to ask this question is I don't want to write about something that nobody will actually pay attention to. Looking around the room here, I realize I have a lot of classmates who actually do care about this, so I will select this as my major claim. But now I need to come up with what are the reasons for my claim. So I already know my claim is school lunches need to be improved. One of the things I wrote about in the free write was because the food does not taste good. So I'm going to write because the food does not taste very good. Students are not given many choices was my second reason. My third reason was about the unhealthy nature of the food. So I'm going to write, and the food is not very healthy. So how do I determine if my thesis statement will be effective? Well, I can ask three questions. Did I state what I'll be arguing? Did I state the reasons for my argument? And finally, does it clearly tell the reader what my essay will be about? So I'm going to go back to the first one. Did I state what I will be arguing? Well, right there, school lunches need to be improved. Did I state the reasons for my argument? There we are. And finally, does it clearly tell the reader what my essay will be about? Well, yes, it does. But I need to say, can I make this more direct? Can I drop words like, right here, the food does not taste very good? Can I just say that the food does not taste good? Will that be more direct? Or that the students aren't given many choices? Can I get rid of many and make that a better argument? And the same thing goes for not very healthy. So school lunches need to be improved because the food does not taste good, students are not given choices, and the food is not healthy. Let's review the steps for writing a thesis statement. We're going to state our position or claim and the reasons for your belief in one full sentence. And then we need to edit by asking, does my thesis statement tell the reader exactly what my paper is going to be about? In this lesson, you learned how to draft a thesis statement for your argumentative essay by combining your claim and supporting reasons.